So here we go. Bitcoin is our adoption section. We always start with Bitcoin because this is our project, obviously. As you guys can see, we're actually having a big meeting today, 4 o'clock, with a marketing company. We're finally ready, in position to get ready and get going on this thing. People look, now, you know what's funny is you have all these people saying, Bitcoin's a scam, it's a disaster. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what's interesting? If you go and you look at, you know what? Pull me down for 1 second. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet. You guys don't get to look at the spreadsheet until I'm done with it. Why did that not pull up? I wonder. I'm going to drive. Okay.
Hey, really quick, we're at 1.3 thousand likes. We could probably get this thing to 1.5 very easily.
We're definitely going to do 1.5.
Come on, let's get it.
Yeah, I said we were going to do the thing. We're going to do the members only live stream today, but we're not going to do it quite yet. Let's plan on starting that every day on Monday. On Monday, we're going to go from, today was an extra big, long show because the Jamie Dimon stuff, guys, is really big. I don't think people understand how big it is. And people are, guys, I tell you what, I just, sometimes it really feels like that there are like 10 of us in crypto that really know what's going on. And the rest of the people are just so unbelievably clueless. You don't know how to quantify it. The fact that the big news of the day was that Jamie Dimon says Satoshi could show up and delete Bitcoin. That's the headline. That's the story that got taken out of this. And everybody's talking about what a bad person Jamie Dimon is today. Guys, that's not the freaking story. The story is Larry Fink and Jamie Dimon are now telling you the exact same thing, which is that blockchain is here, baby. Tokenization is here. RWA, real world assets. You know what I was thinking when he said that this morning, Jay?
What were you thinking?
This morning when I was watching it, not in real time, when I was watching it for the first time, and he said that tokenization part, I said, all right, was he watching our show yesterday when JJ said he was going to now be moving from Web3 to real world assets? That's what you said you're moving your show to.
100%.
And I love this. I think it's great. Because I do believe Web3 is going to get hit very hard this year, but with the NFT stuff, and by the government, and I do believe that, guys, Larry Fink was the first person to tell you guys this. Well, I told you this years ago. Then came Larry Fink, then came Justin Cusardo, aka J Chains, then came Jamie Dimon. So
I was actually before Larry Fink, by the way.
Were you?
Oh, 100%. We were doing this last year.
Yeah. You wouldn't rather be in a Larry Fink, Jamie Dimon sandwich? Be in the middle of them? Be the pivot man. That's you.
The pivot man. Jesus.
Sure. I'm just saying. I mean, you got to have somebody there to pivot the conversation back to crypto every time. Well, you got to be talking about, who? Stonks and bonds.
Stonks and bonds.
Stonks and bonds.
Blockchain, baby.
Yields, but not yield farming. Shut up. Get out of here. Yeah, I think the RWA stuff is really cool. But this really is a gigantic story here today, guys. And people aren't seeing it. Oh, yeah, not that. Well, it doesn't matter. That's just our files, but whatever. What was I going to pull up?
Something to do with the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Because you were looking at something on the spreadsheet.
Yep. Okay. Oh, God, I keep forgetting. I got to call this guy. Not yet. Coins of the year. No. Makeup of the year. Oh, I actually cannot show them this right now, which is funny. What I want to tell you guys is that I've been compiling a lot of numbers, right? And guys, Bitcoin is down like 13% for the year. Like 13%. You've got coins out there with this year, what's happened. You got good coins. They're down 35, 40% right now. Okay. A lot of stuff has been crushed in the last week and a half, last 2 weeks. Not only did we not get the bump we were hoping for to get to 50K at least, maybe hover between 50 and 55, which is what I was hoping. And now we've gone back down, and now we're like, well, what do we do now? What's going on? I think this thing's going to start running out of nowhere. But I've been compiling some stuff on the spreadsheet to show real-time percentages for different time periods. And Bitcoin has been struggling a little bit, sure. But everything's down almost. There's not much that's up this year in the green. There's not a lot. Some of the stuff that was yesterday wasn't. So here's a quick throwback to the day that I accidentally tweeted about Bitcoin and eventually ended up taking it over. I was looking at this. Me and Cassie were talking about this morning. It's pretty crazy. May 8th it was, as you guys can see. We're talking about back in the day. But this is the story today for adoption. This is adoption stories, guys. How pro crypto traders can arbitrage Bitcoin ETFs. And the whole thing is, guys, adoption is not just about utility and use case, right? ETFs are important because this is a way for investor adoption. So now that we have this investor adoption, you got Arthur Hayes, we talked about yesterday, one of the smartest guys in crypto. And yesterday, there was a launch of, or not yesterday, but recently, the launch of Bitcoin exchange traded funds in the US. It was last week. It's giving professional traders new arbitrage opportunities, according to Arthur Hayes. For the first time in a long time, the Bitcoin markets will have a predictable and long-lasting arbitrage opportunity. Let's see, the ETF's net asset value, or NAV, is determined by each day by a CF benchmarks index price. The index receives prices from 6 approved exchanges. You know, Arthur Hayes and Sam Bankman-Fried are a lot alike in the way they think about markets, I think. They're not a lot alike, obviously, in some ways, but it is very interesting because what he's about to tell us, I believe, is going to be something that's really quirky and is going to be hard for the average person to understand or to use. But these guys' brains, the way they work with finance and these instruments, is so fascinating to me. The index receives prices from 6 approved exchanges: Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, iBit, LMAX Digital, and Bitstamp. ETF managers in the U.S. will only be able to trade Bitcoin on these exchanges, but Binance, with its roughly $4 billion in daily Bitcoin spot trading volume, remains the most liquid crypto exchange. In other words, fund managers won't be able to trade Bitcoin at the best available prices, only the prices quoted on those 6 exchanges. This unnatural state of play only serves to create more market inefficiencies from which we have as arbitrageurs can profit. So there you go. That's how you do it. That's what you pay attention to. A little bit more if you're interested in it. You guys go check out the story. It's on DL News, DeFi Llama News. I like DeFi Llama. The logo is kind of